You know when you get one of these in the mail and it's so exciting because they're awesome, and then you open it and you look at the patterns inside and you go, aw, today I'm going to show you how to fix that. Hi there, Sandy here. Welcome to another creative tutorial. This is the Alpine Lodge themed Potomac Bead box. Let's see what's inside. Well, first of all, the box that I get is the XL, so you get 2 kits and some extra beads. More details about that in a moment. But I love that these boxes are themed and they always have something very poetic written. I'll let you pause it and read it for yourself, but it's always very lovely and evocative. So this is one of the kits that came in this box, the Mont Blanc necklace. If you get the regular box, this is the only one that comes in it. And then this is the other one that came in it, the Argyle earrings. This is the XL. All of the XL boxes that I have received so far have come with a bonus pattern, not necessarily one that has the beads included. So let's take a closer look at these kits. Honestly, I didn't really love this design when I first saw it. I still don't love it. So what I did was I took a pattern from the previous month's box, the Moonlight Sonata. If you watched my unboxing of that, you'll remember that I commented that I really liked the idea of using crescent beads. Let's see, they're in here somewhere. These, to make little round beads. I thought it was a cool idea. So I kind of did a mashup of these 2 patterns, and I ended up making this design. So you'll recognize these little brass tubes from this box. The sodalite beads, I used them all in my necklace. But then I made these little crescent beads. These are little beaded beads from the previous month's box. And actually, I did not have the beads called for this. It calls for 15 O's, and I didn't have any in a color that I liked to go with these. So I substituted 11 O demis that had come in a previous box. They are the same diameter as an 11O, but they are half the thickness. So in some designs, like this one, it worked out fine. It just kind of made the component a little bit more oval and less round, which I kind of liked. And then this pendant, if you remember, this came in the previous month's box, and I absolutely loved it. So I was so happy to find a color story where I could use it. So you can do that, pull out components that you like from different patterns and then combine them in different ways and even try different beads. Now I did think that this was, you can't see it really well in the photo. It is kind of a cute pattern, this little bead. So I tried it out because the kit, they do package everything together, which is nice when you get your box. All of the stuff for this Mont Blanc necklace was in one baggie, which is very nice. So you got these little drops and 11 O's and 8 O's. So I made one of the beads as the directions called for. You alternate rows of 11 O's, plain 11 O's with a row that has a drop in the middle. But I kind of liked it better putting a drop on every row. And so that's a fun little component, and maybe I'll mash that up with next month's box. Who knows? Don't be afraid to pull little bits and pieces and components out to make things that you enjoy more than the pattern as it is written. And I love that I still have all of these beads. These little drops are sweet to use in another project. This is the second kit that comes in the XL box, the Argyle earrings, and it's a really clever use of components. I didn't really love these bright green beads. They were a little too Christmassy for me, so I subbed in some teal beads in my design. These are some massive earrings. I don't know that I would wear it as an earring, but I think it would make a pretty cool pendant. Or you could even link a few together for an interesting bracelet. Again, here are all the beads that are included, and I love that you get extras. And I just wanted to show you this. This is how these are built. It's basically each of these is 2 of these little squares that have been beaded, and then you overlap them and add beaded components in the middle. But what I wanted to show you was, if you don't care for this at all, that's okay. You can just make little pieces of it. Like, I think this
component is so sweet. You can make one of these in about 6 minutes. Or you could keep going and do the beading on the frame and make a little bit more complex component. So you can kind of stop at any point, is my point. And take something that maybe you looked at when you first opened the kit and said, and get a lot of use out of it. And this is the bonus pattern that comes in the XL box. I really loved this. I love anything with storm duos. You get the pattern, not necessarily any of the beads to make it. In this box, you happen to get a package of the gold storm duos. I think you get 10, and you need 24 for this. And you'll notice I didn't have quite enough. I had 20 of them. So what I did was I had some hematite storm duos. I just kind of subbed them in a symmetrical way. Use the opportunity of being short on beads to get a little bit creative. And here's a quick look at the rest of the things you get in the package. You get these 14mm dome beads. Aren't they gorgeous? They make me think of a snowball. Star beads, a couple of 12mm rivolis. Those are a really lovely spring color. You get a glass cabochon and a bezel that it goes in. And here's a tip for you. If you really dislike the cabochon design, this is just a piece of paper that is glued to the back of the cabochon. All you need to do is peel it off, scrape it off, and you can glue something else on, maybe a section of scrapbooking paper, and then you'll have a custom cabochon. This is the cutest thing. Now, I have to admit, this was the December box. You know, shipping was really slow. Still is a little bit. They're just getting caught up. So this is a little gingerbread house toggle with a candy cane toggle bar clasp. Utterly adorable, and a little gingerbread charm. These things I have not taken out of their packaging. I hope you can see them with the camera glare. They've started packaging things differently, so they're measured and sealed by machine instead of being in a Ziploc bag. So I'm not going to open them until I use them. And I would suggest you just pick up yourself a supply of little Ziploc bags so when you open these you can keep them contained. But we have some bugle beads. These are interesting. A spear shape. It's a 2-hole bead, and I imagine you can make all kinds of cool designs with that. Mini duos. I love super duos, and mini duos are just cute. Drops are always nice to add to a design. These are large hole spacers, and they kind of look like washers, but they're just a nice simple spacer for times when you need that. Some little 3mm check faceted rounds. And these are lovely. Let's see. They are 5x15mm crystal long ovals. Get 3 blue. That's just a gorgeous summery color. So this is all that would come in the regular box. It would be these plus the kit for the Mont Blanc necklace. If you get the XL box, these are the additional items that you will receive. We've got these beautiful check carved squares, pink and crystal. Just throw these on a head pin with maybe something dangling and you've got some lovely earrings. A little gingerbread charm to go with your gingerbread toggle and the little gingerbread man charm. These are interesting. I haven't used them much. These are 6mm 2-hole lentils. And I'm sure there's amazing things you can design with them. I do love this luster finish. It's like sparkly without being too much. Some 2mm check pearls in wine, which is just a gorgeous burgundy. And then we have 5mm check melons. They just have like a shape to them with blue and red and white. And super duos, which I can never get enough of. And then also, last but not least, pair of travel scissors, folding travel scissors. You just pull them apart, give them a bend, and you have scissors. Isn't that cool? I wonder if these would be good on an airplane. I don't know. Maybe. And then to close them up, you just fold, you just open it all the way and then push. Isn't that awesome? Really cool. So you get, in addition to everything else, you get these plus the Argyle earrings kit, which has all the supplies, including the ear wires, and you get this extra pattern. I hope that I've given you some ideas for taking the things in the kits and the designs that you don't care for, but taking components that you like and making something that you'll love. Many thanks to Potomac Beads for sending along the boxes for me to check out. All the links to them are in the description box below. Happy creating.